Drag Along Droopy is a 1954 Droopy cartoon, and I feel like I didn't like it as much as I was hoping I was going to like it. It's directed by Tex Avery with a story by Heck Allen, and Droopy is taking the form of a shepherd, and he is herding his sheep, and they're grazing in the cattle country despite this sign that says not to, and the sheep just kind of stampede through this sign in what is a really beautifully animated bit where there are so many sheep, and you really get this sense that there's a whole throng of these sheep, or a whole herd of sheep, and once the cattle owner gets wind of what these sheep are doing, Droopy and the cattle owner obviously begin a fight, and the big question is who is going to win, Droopy and his sheep, or the cattle owner and the cattle. I won't say exactly what happens. I will say I quite liked the character of the cattle owner, or maybe liked to dislike, because I was definitely Team Droopy, even though the sheep were in the wrong, which is a bit unusual to side with the person who's not where they're meant to be. But I quite liked it well enough. There wasn't anything about it that I thought was particularly interesting, apart from, as I said, the way the sheep were animated when there were a lot of them. I thought that was quite effective. There's some lovely animated landscapes that are quite soft and delicate and gentle. And the music is quite nice. I quite like the music in it. And the characters are fine. But because I'm quite a fan of westerns and things that are set in the West, and kind of, I love the dusty plains and a lot of the costumes and things that a lot of characters in this kind of setting where I didn't love it as much as I thought I was going to, or as much as I hoped I did. But again, as I said, there's not necessarily anything specific about it that I would have changed. There's just nothing that stood out to me as being, particularly amazing, or anything that I particularly loved. Would I recommend it? Yes, if you're a fan of Droopy. I'm not actually the biggest fan of Droopy, but I'm working my way through the cartoons, and there are some that I don't mind, and this is definitely one of them. So Drag Along Droopy is worth a watch if there's a reason that you're drawn to it, but it's definitely never going to make any of my top lists of various cartoons, but it's not bad.